房买得到的药，他是做一个 sample， 然后就帮病人测，然后测出来是哪一个，他会建议他去药房买。他们通常是没有备着药说卖给病人去吃。
可是我们这边就买不到。
对。去就把它买一买，去带一带。
How do we start here the measurement?
F4.
We make How do we start? We must choose a point.
Choose point.
And a good point with a high difference between the measurement here. Thank you. Yes. And you see, next time when I come to Taiwan, he will not have here the metal. Shortcut of the meridians. And there is chromium in it.
Okay, no matter.
No, chromium and... ja, ja.
Er muss dicht daran, er ist so weit ab. Bisschen weiter.
你跟他平行，你的脚跟他平行，不是这样子，向那边对。你椅子可以转一下，你椅子转一下，坐跟他平行，不是面对他平行，对，他的做法就是这样。
We start here 25, and nothing is in it. And
没有，他是用这一台。他昨天他是讲说没有关系。我是习，他说可以的啊，我是习惯教大家都说 enter 给他确认了。麦克风，单支麦克风。
Ja, und wieder aufhören. 25. Do it again and again until you have a measurement value about 50. About 50. It is better when it must be like that. When it is about 80, the pointer, the indicator becomes nervous and it will jump. And it is better here about 50. And now we have a constant value, and only then we put on the Miebe. Yeah. Very good, and we remove the Miebe again. Yeah. And now, how do we start for the measurement of the medication? We make the point ill via the Miebe ampule, yes, and the Miebe ampule remains here on the input. And then, we take this one, and we look, I don't know what it is here in the box. I don't know. And here, first one.
First one is.
Get the point healthy? No. It is not appropriate. The next one. No.
Next.
Yes.
It is easy, no? And then mark it. I don't know. It is really blind testing.
No.
Yes, I think yes. Yes.
Next. No.
Next one. No.
Yes. Next.
No.
Next. No.
No.
The last. No.
No. No. You can shorten here the way. You put this one, and then when there is a positive response, then you start with a single one. But here we have here now three ampules or 3 medication, and we will not prescribe these three, because he will not take so many medication. And now we will select the best one. And now we increase the amplification was up to 31. And then we measure again.
现在就测刚刚挑出来那三个，用30倍。
Only the three, and then start.
大过45的才是 excellent。
You see? No, no. Sorry, no, and rest to
Yes.
Remain. Yes, and then the last one. Both.
Yeah.
Remain
40,
40, 40, and again.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, so at the,
The next? No.
no, and then only one is
40 and 45.
45. Yes, a bit more.
50?
Yeah, no. Yeah,
46?
I got this. So, and now, because it is the last one, I don't know, little thing. Even better, 50 or, yeah,
What?
or 55. That's it. 55, that means it is an excellent drug for him. I don't know what it is in. It is a berry. It is a red berry. Here's the medication, and I must look in my dictionary. And a red berry that is on a rose. It's the flower rose.
Flower rose?
And then afterwards there is a red berry on it. Give me the. I will look. Lexicon.
字典。
Oh, das gelbe.
My translator. Translator.
The yellow.
Yes.
Need to see.
它这一盒哈，它这一盒是相关于关节。他刚刚问说，他说他关节痛，这个10个药都跟关节相关。
Rose
但是在
hip.
德国的药房买不到
Rose
的。
hip. It is little thing that is the botanical name is rose hip, and that is the best medication, or an excellent medication, and it was developed by a Danish farmer, and he was suffering from spinal cord problems, and then he was eating here the rose hip, and afterwards it was better, and then he developed a medication, and really, it works.
It works， 它刚好有这个玫瑰果是 close by。
And so, and we have, for example, that is the heart medication, and we every medication we prescribe, we measure the effectiveness, and it is very, very good. And it is especially, I didn't know that, especially for the spinal cord.
On WALA program, you also can see many kinds of problems of connective tissue, like spine or
Yes.
joints or-
Do you have a special question, and then I will test it? Have you a special medication of VALA?
Yes, on a test kit.
Yes, is it but which one?
No medications at all.
Yes, these are medication from VALA.
Medication, but only test kit. Test site.
Yes, but it doesn't matter when it is here in the ELH.
Yes.
All the VALA preparations
都可以。
are in it.
Yeah.
他讲的是没有那个。
这边有 test kit，有
他的意思是说，
但是他没有 medication。
他意思说，你看你的那个
Yes,
有没有特别的问题，
liest man ihm daraus?
不是啊，他是说你那个 medication，因为他要测嘛，比方说你有那个问题，他看说你这个 medication 对你
Ganz
的
raus,
身体
escape.
可以有帮助。
And then here, voilà, universal test kit. And then is voilà. And then you have the
organ preparation.
organ preparation, and you have mistletoe preparation, and so on and so on.
Yeah, because you mentioned about rose hip will improve
Yes.
the spine problem, right?
Yes.
The spine problem. So can you confirm he has spine problems instead of muscles, ligaments? Because I don't know what his problem is.
Yes, yes.
Yes. So we can see the correlation.
Relation, yes, I know what you are thinking. Yes, but we do it as you suggested. And here we go in here in the skeleton, in the spinal cord. Guck mal, Rücken, skeleton. No, no. In my test set, Yes. And then,
Oh, I see.
And then-
Organ test.
Yeah.
Right?
Organ test?
and then here skeleton
And we will see different kinds of tissues there.
and skeleton. And now, yes. And now, ossuis, what does it mean? Ossuis, the first one.
His bone problem or right?
Osteoporosis.
Osteoporosis.
Osteoporosis. Yes, fine. Ne? Really. You can test all the problems. Yes, it was a lot of work to compose
Right.
the test set. Ne? You want to think, is it necessary, is it not necessary? So, it is. Yes. Yes. Every time, and now we start. Ne?
他现在几倍？
No. 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 Next. No.
Yes.
Yes, cervical vertebra
No.
of the breast. No, sacral. Sacral vertebra. Medulla. Medulla is important for metastasis of cancer.
No.
And then you must consider this one when there's cancer. And because there are metastases in the medulla. No, weiter. No. It's not necessary. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And hip joint. Oh. Yes. And knee joint. No. And shoulder. No. Yes. And bursa, that is a capsule.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And no, of the hip, and that is of the knee. The capsule, no. And yes. And now we found 4 or 5, and we put it in one honeycomb. All, ne? Put it in a
Alle
honeycomb.
zusammen?
Alle zusammen.
And to see the medications fits.
That is more exact. It is more. When you have the time, or when it is a severe case, we do it always. Ne? And yes, and yes. And you must and activate, yes.
So is there any clinical significance to differentiate the patient has joint problems or tendon problems or?
Yes, you do the same. You do the same.
But about the medications,
Yes.
you
And now we
also have
put.
to choose different kinds of medications.
Yes, you can do it, but here only to show, demonstrate this.
Okay.
And now we put here the
This here.
Yeah.
Correlation.
correlation.
现在
You
25
see,
吧，25。
that was a general correlation before, but to be more exact, to measure more exact, we will concentrate on his spinal cord and his positively tested organs. Ne? And then we look. and remove the, nochmal weg entfernen. Yeah. We begin like that. Ne? There must be a response. And now we give him, ne? Yes. And now we increase the amplification. More. 36 and 40. And yes, a bit lower. A bit lower. Now we have 43, and last time we had 45. It's the same. It's the same. And therefore, here this is appropriate for the treatment of his problems of the spinal cord and of the joints. Everybody understood.
Yes.
Yes.
You can do it generally only with a MIB-ampule. But to be more exact, you test before. Although the same is with his, where do you live here in Thailand?
Malaysia.
Ah, Malaysia. And I will test the environmental toxins here from Taiwan. A person.
换人。
Yes, thank you. A person. You?
那哦，就是他要测他的毒素。
这一次来自台湾最土的地方。
对，因为高雄比较毒一点。
吃素呀，我应该吃素呀。
哎，也吃素了，
吃素，所以还
更缺乏。
Environmental. F4. Ja, F4. Ne?
Moment.
50 or 25.
Oh.
这是更土的地方。
No, one more.
他说还有那个什么。
OK.
Ach so, ich muss noch mal. Nein.
他现在这个动作就是能量比较低的时候，他一定要超过30，他才可以把它用按 F4 变成100，那他声音就会变大。
Ja, Miebe. Yes, it works. And now, with environmental toxin, we start with amplification 100, because we will only test the heavy ones. The heavy ones. So, wir hier öffnen sofort. Top 10, yes. Öffnen. Enter.
Deactivated honeycomb.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Inactivate, yes. Yes, and now dioxin.
Yes.
Yes. And formaldehyde.
No.
No. Isocyanate. No. And linden.
Yes.
Oh. And solvent mixed. Oh, very heavy. And PAK. Oh. PCB.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
第
I
二
must
次
press
对
and very strong.
Very
But
strong.
and now I start to doubt about my measurement,
Yeah,
and
right.
therefore
F4.
F4, whether I am testing correctly. I test correctly, and now with PCB. Boah, Piret, yes. No, and Tilla Decor.
Jetzt alle in die Wabe zusammen.
And then we put them together in a honeycomb, because our brain cannot differentiate between dioxin and PCB and linden and so on. And therefore, we put them in one honeycomb, and then here activate. Yes, here activate. Once more, activate. Yes, once more. And now all are activated. And the cursor is in it. And now we start with Yeah, with 1,000.
他现在刚刚测出来那个全部用1000倍，就是等全部放一起。哦，再来。
Yeah. More.
So, ich habe Kontrolle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ach weh.
Yes, it works. And now,
减少。
yeah, and then every time,
Normal?
yes, a dummy measurement, F4, always at the end. And now you see more than 100,000, perhaps 1 million or more. And everybody here in Taiwan has a high amount of environmental toxin. And now, what do you think of when you test such a high level of environmental toxin? What do we do now? Any suggestion? Yes, we must, because they accumulate where? In the brain. And therefore we look into the brain. No? Yes, it's clear, yeah? Understand, then ask me. The brain, you see? Yes, and here and now we look for the brain. Yeah, here it's, yes.
Yes, okay.
嗯
Yeah, 100.
相关不是20。
它现在不是相关，因为它的 active 拿掉了，好，注意那个，它拿掉就不是相关测试。
Yes, cerebrum A,
现在
that
是
is
脑部
the eye, the eye, yes. And B, that is the ear.
Yes.
Yes, and total cerebrum,
Yes.
yes, and epiphysis,
No.
no, brainstem,
Yes.
Yes.
yes, and hypophysis.
Yes.
As I told you, hypophysis has an affinity to chemical problems, compounds. Hypothalamus,
Yes.
do it sometimes, yes. Limbic system, oh, very strong.
Very strong.
No. Spinal cord, no. And medulla,
Yes.
Yeah.
has substance, yes. And thalamus,
Thalamus.
no. Yes. And the next step, what do you suggest? What do we do?
Correlation.
Correlation between
Yeah.
the environmental
Environmental
toxin
toxin.
and the brain.
所以加25倍。
And
它
that
这
is
打
a
勾
correlation test. Activate here. And then here 25 is a correlation test. And then we start again.
真的要放在，他说 correlation no，
25倍，对。
哈利孔，哈利孔没有打勾。
有，它
在哪里
放在第3的打勾了。
哦，
Mhm. And now when the indicator goes up, there is a correlation.
现在听声音高的，
Correlation. No correlation. Cerebrum B. No. Correlation. Epiphysis, no correlation.
no.
No correlation. Yes, and limbic system. It was very strong. And medulla oblongata.